Well, hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Halo Spark Forge Network and another rad show. My name's Brusky, and I play a lot of Halo, and so does this guy right here. We all know and love him well. This guy's name is Infinut, the founder of iForge, and as promised last video, we got something dope to show you. A brand new big team battle map that's surely to get you hyped for your next Halo 5 custom game lobby. It's called Fossil. It looks dope. It's sick. It's took them like a year, and I feel like the work has finally paid off. It's getting some high praise on ForgeHub from some members of the community, including Mr. Dark Death, Mr. Jurassic Man himself, Jurassic Wee Man, and others. And the iForge team is pretty stoked to be able to show off this almost final version. Just a few more tweaks here and there, but the map is public. You'll be able to download it below in the links by jumping over to Halo Waypoint and play it in your next big team battle map. And I expect you'll be seeing a lot more of it because the map is killer. If you can't tell by the sick Covenant cannon behind me, that it's super dope, super rad, and yeah, that's really good Forge, man. That's really good Forge. We all know Infinut is a great forger, but this map may have taken his designs to another level. And what do you got to say for yourself, huh, buddy? Huh, buddy? How do you feel about your creation? Do you feel it's come to fruition finally?
I do. It plays great. Looks great. I feel happy about it. Put a lot of time in. It's paying off. Paid off, for sure.
Paying off? Well, how about we give everybody the rundown? Well, I'm going to fly up and give everybody an overview of the map so they can see the layout. Why don't you run a blue spawn? And we'll start
run
going
the blue
the map
spawn.
and showing everybody its nitty-gritty spots and why they should play it in their next big team battle lobby. Going up, you'll see the map is symmetrical, based all around that cannon, and the theme is sort of ODST-ish in a way, almost Reach-ish. It feels like the cannon. Halo Reach, okay, he corrected me.
It's my favorite Halo.
You can see it's like the weapon just dropped into the center of this area, smashing the road beneath, leaving the rubble behind, and really just kind of interrupting the day of this peaceful UNSC station. And it's a rad theme all the way around. I think he did a great job with it. There is an older version of this map that's much, much, much bigger, where the cannon was in a canyon. And a similar theme, but very, very drawn out. And he's really done a lot of effort in the last 30 to 45 days, slimming it down and making this very, very, if not, playable for Halo 5 big team battle maps, but one of the better playing maps in the community right now. And as we go through, we'll see why. And I am right behind Mr. Infinut. This would be the blue spawn base. Where would the flag be if we were playing capture the flag, sir?
Flag right in front of you for our blue base. The flag is right about here on top of these steps, so that way when you grab it, you got a little equal chance to go either towards Spartan Laser side on the high terrain, or you can go out this way toward the bridge and take the route, which has more cover, but of course is longer, which would balance it out, of course.
And the bridge there is utilizable by the vehicles, correct? The Mantis, everything will fit underneath there. Works
Yeah,
fine.
but everything's good.
All right.
Yep, everything can go through.
All right. So
Yep.
strongholds. This is going to work for strongholds as well. So I imagine the stronghold for this base is going to be in the same exact spot.
Actually, the strongholds I have under the red bridge and the blue bridge underneath it, and then the middle stronghold is the bottom floor, like the first floor of the gun, the giant gun. So
The
it's
giant
interesting.
gun that looks rad, and we'll get to that in just a
The
few
gun
minutes. That's going to
is
take
what
a
I'll call
little exploration, as I call it. And I do notice right off the bat in the spawn, I'm guessing these are symmetrical on both sides. I see a Hydra launcher, I see a Needler, I see a Mantis. And what other goodies do we have hiding behind over here? I see a plasma rifle. And what am I missing?
Yeah, you got your plasma rifle back here. You've got your pistol in this back kind of staircase, this blue back alley. Back here you got a little guy pistol under here, which will lead you to the vehicle. It's a nice little safe route in case you're getting kind of pushed in the base. You can kind of back off and get somewhere safe, and also leads to vehicles. You got your Warthog down there, Mongoose, and then you've got some kinetic weapons to kind of help fight the vehicles off, because there's a lot of vehicles. You got a kinetic BR out toward the front of your base, and alongside of it, on the other side is a kinetic SMG. You have beautiful turrets sitting on your base for good defense. This kind of shoots all into the cave, can cover that completely, so it's a really good little weapon for defense. And then for infantry, you got your needler and a plasma grenade. Yeah,
And I see the
a lot of
shotgun
good stuff
hiding on
here.
the other side of the center. Both
Yeah.
bases have the same vehicle setup.
Yep. It's all everything's symmetrical. Like it's structure wise, everything. What I like to do is I like to make things symmetrical, but not like it's a mirror. I like to kind of have things a little different. There's nothing wrong with having things just a little different to kind of make it a little more interesting. So the blue base and the red base are symmetrical. Things are around the same area, but the bases are definitely different, which you'll notice when you kind of play it. And there's a plasma pistol right here in your base, by the way, to help kind of take out vehicles if vehicles push in your base. So there's plenty of ways to
Quick,
kind of get out. That Hydra really helps a lot too.
quick questions. I already know the answer to, but just so the viewers know the area where the pipes lead out from the platform into the main structure, and then the alcove balcony level of the main structure up there are not playable, correct?
No, yeah, none of the
Oh, but
balconies are, yeah, like behind the base, yeah, up
so
there.
they should don't try. Don't try.
Yeah, you won't be able to get up there. They're all blocked.
All right. All right.
So
And
yeah.
ghosts. We forgot about the ghosts. There's also a ghost here sitting for each
Oh yeah,
team.
yeah.
And we can go look at the other base at the end. Let's get to the center of the map where the all the nitty gritty and goody stuff is. I don't know why I said it that way. And we'll start with the left side where the broken cliff side is. And very nice design here. Pretty simple. Just run up and a jump. You can make the jump across, correct? If you're skillful about it.
Yeah, this
Or no.
from up here, this is the highest part of the map, but it's also the most exposed. So there's your there's your risk reward kind of deal. And yeah, as you you're not carrying your flag, you can run, you can jump over, you can clamber it. It's not too difficult, but it is difficult enough to where if you have a flag, you're not sprinting. All you got to rely on is your thrust, hover, ground pound back to your that thing. Like that'll take you so long. You can't just jump thrust quickly get over the flag. Like you gotta spend a lot of time if you want to go from top to top. So with that design, it'll make flag runs. If you want to go this way, you're gonna have to go down a little bit and then come back up, which will expose you. So that way, flag rounds can't be just too easy, too covered. And if you want to keep it up top, then you're gonna have to do a nice little like hover and throw the flag over there to keep it really safe. So it's a way to kind of stop the flag run from being too powerful on that side, but also you got your height in your jump over, which you can do if you're not slowed down by your carrying the flag of the bomb or something like that. So it kind of balances it out.
And the Spartan laser, normal variant or a special variant
Yeah,
of that?
normal Spartan laser. It's had a lot of great angles. Like with all the broken parts and these weird pieces on here, it kind of creates some nice angles. I've seen with the sniper that's on the other side of the gun, sniper and the laser. I've seen some really beautiful angles in kills with the laser and the sniper. It's been really fun to actually watch in theater after watching some gameplay. So, yeah, those are great.
And that
Pretty
appears on
useful.
all game type variants.
Yeah, the weapons are the same on everything.
Okay. All right,
Yep,
so we're gonna
yep.
fly on over and we're gonna take a quick look at red base. He's just gonna kind of run through it, and it is gonna mimic and match the other side. Not quite exactly, huh?
Yeah, it's
A little
different.
bit of difference.
No.
And
Has the same.
the sneaky
Yeah, like
pathway down to the vehicles is the same. Remains with a pistol.
yeah, it's very similar.
Uh,
That's how I'd put it. It's very similar.
Okay. All right. What are the major
Yeah.
differences besides the staircase sets in the front in the plaza area?
Like in as far as like the differences in the regular base
Any
design.
weapons differences, or all the weapons are the
No,
same?
it's all the weapons
Yeah.
are the same. You have the biggest difference, which is kind of unique to it and fun, is your flag and your objective is not on top of the stairs on this side, because this ramp and base is actually built back a little bit more. So the first floor right here that I'm standing on is a lot longer than the blue base, but the second floor on the blue base is a lot longer than red bases. So the flag is actually right here at the bottom of the stairs. So that kind of creates a little bit of difference. Yeah, just something to, like I said, to kind of have things similar, but a little bit of difference, which is keeps it interesting. So yeah, that's really
Okay.
the main difference here. Obviously, there's some color. All the accenting color is different, so you can kind of tell which base is yours. But I mean, it seems like nobody has ever had an issue figuring out which base is theirs just because you got a lot of cover on this level, but as you can see, there's a good amount of view. Like you can see where you are most of the time, so it's not really hard to navigate. You can kind of know where you are right away when you spawn, and that way you know where your base is.
Well, the cannon makes a good reference as well.
Yeah, true. That big ass thing.
It's a big compass
really
indicator right there for you.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so moving on from this side of the base, we'll go to the broken bridge sides that lead into the cave. Both sides feature a broken bridge. You can see me standing in my non-camera body over there, and Infinut is on the other over here. Both the bridges are the same length, right? Everything's symmetrical here as well?
Yeah, bridges are the same.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of difference in
earlier.
tilts in the smaller broken parts, but again, make it similar but a little different. Keep it interesting.
And I see a
And then
DMR. What other weapons can be found on the side flanks? I see a DMR and a railgun. Is there a railgun on the opposite side as well?
In between the broken bridges on the floor is the storm rifle. And then there is, which I got to go back in there and edit because I deleted it when I was moving this bridge piece in, but where I'm standing here next to the railgun, in between the cave and the railgun, there is going to be, I'm going to add it, it's a suppressor and another splinter grenade. So that's, as far as next to the bridge, that's what you're going to see for that. Yeah, hooray!
And we'll fly over to the bridge
Yeah.
real quick.
I
Let's talk
do
about
wanna
the
say,
cave
though,
area. What can
like
be
this-
found back there? Yeah,
These
go ahead.
slants, by the way, I want to add, like the slanting, this is where kind of the most interesting kind of kills and like snipes and lasers has been, is on these slants. Like people have been like shooting from underneath the bridges, kind of like poking out and taking shots like in between these struts on the bottom of the bridges. And really cool, like probably my favorite kills have been from these half broken parts and underneath and on top of these broken little parts of these bridges. So that's cool. Hopefully that'll continue to happen.
And a beam
and then-
rifle in between them, right here.
Yeah.
On the top cave side.
Yeah, the sniper's been pretty cool for the gameplay because at first I was kind of nervous about the sniper because some of the sight lines are pretty big, and I was nervous about it. But there hasn't really been any big abuse on it, and it's actually saved a lot of flag caps in defending the flag returns, because when the enemy is kind of in your base and grabbing your stuff, you'll start to kind of spawn most of the time out toward this cave. And then when that sniper's up, I've seen a lot of plays where they'll jump down to the snipe, grab it, and as they try to run across to the other side, the sniper kept just lights people up trying to stop that fly cap. So the snipers actually played a really good play in stopping and returning flags. So that was actually end up being a great thing. And then, like I said, the snipers had some fantastic angles, some good kills. So snipers working out really good. So hooray,
And a weapon
sniper!
we don't see very much of in multiplayer maps. Not enough so is the hunter gun here that I'm looking at. I'd like to see more of that actually because it's a fun weapon to use. It's so satisfying to kill people with it. It feels like you're a super badass when you're shooting it. So I feel that's a good idea. And right behind you is, so he was debating this before we started filming. This is either going to remain a standard Wraith or it could become an anti-air Wraith. It just depends on how testing goes and feedback in the next coming days. And it's surrounded or flanked by 2 turrets, which you don't see enough of either. The turrets are very, very handy inside, but obviously vulnerable to shots from the outside. And don't forget that each side has rocket hogs, and so these turrets can be destroyed quite easily, which makes them not so overpowered unless you put yourself in danger of the cave, which I feel is a nice little pocketed area. Not too isolated from the center of the map, but isolated enough to where this is create some fun game experiences and memorable battles inside this area here. I really like the way it's laid out with the cannons overlooking the Wraith, and I can't wait to see the gameplay that comes from this area right here. I think you did a really good job.
Yeah,
It's
thanks.
such a contrast to what's going on out there with the sun shining down and brightness. It's kind of a relief, to see
That
part of the
dark
map.
cavern, yeah.
Yeah, it gives it another look and a feel, and it adds to the ominous feeling that the cannon dropping in, you know what I'm saying? Like they would have backup, so it makes sense thematically, and it fits, and it feels real nice when I'm in there. And speaking of thematics, this cannon is killer. It's top notch. I'm definitely not
Heading
the
that
only one
way.
to say that. It is one of the best Covenant architectural Halo 5 Forge pieces put together as yet. And it only took, 3 years to come up with this stuff. But you definitely sold the theme here. This is 100% immersive. And I'm going to follow you inside. What are the, we see invisibility here. What other goodies lie within the Covenant Tower here?
Really, all you got and all you really need is your camo down there. You've got your carbine, which is your longest red reticle and range weapon. So you're going to be able to kind of cover and be able to interact with a good majority of the map. And then you got your turrets, your detachable turrets, plasma cannons, whatever it's called. You got these in here, which is surprisingly people use and have been getting kills. So that's pretty exciting. But this gun is actually a really great great placement because I kind of started with the gun in this area. And then after a few tests, we had a couple of people say, let's push that gun back toward the cave. So like half of it's in the cave, half of it's kind of toward the middle. So it left that middle very exposed and open and difficult to kind of cross and difficult for infantry to kind of move. So we brought the gun back in the middle, and it just seemed to play much better because the infantry feels like, because of it's so big and massive, it's in itself is a lot of cover. And so you can kind of feel as infantry, you don't feel like you just can't move through middle, so it provides great cover. You can move through it. One thing that I didn't even notice right away, but these little fins that kind of stick out, you can clamber on any one of these. So you can get into this the gun. You can get into the gun from any part here. So it's easy to kind of get in, pass through, and it's a good place to hold because all these little pieces of cover on top on the second floor can cover you from a lot, pretty much all the way around the level. And the angles, like where you can shoot in partially at the base. You can kind of see barely over the bridge, so you can kind of peck some people there. You can partially see in the cave, and the same all the way around. So you kind of can like half interact with a lot of people throughout the map, and you've got your cover all over the place. So it's a pretty strong position, even though it sits a little bit lower than maybe you'd want it. Maybe you'd want a little higher. But even though it's a little lower, it provides good cover. You can kind of hang out here, and once you're kind of ready, you can kind of move forward and attack the bases. You can get them quickly. So it's a great, it just works out, being in the middle and having its good cover and good weapon in there. That carbine can help out a lot. Good plays come from it. So overall, it just has been working out great, and like all the little interactions and fights you see through the middle, like on that ramp, and then jumping out from next to the camo, you can kind of get on this crate, jump up to the second floor, on this ring, the second floor, you can pull out a turret, just blast people away. It's been a fun time. A lot of good interactions, a lot of people that tend to stay in this area, the people that kind of feel comfortable here. People have learned to like this. So,
anybody that's helped you along your journey on this 1.5, 2 year long fossil experience that you want to give a shout out to that has been instrumental in making this come to fruition?
I mean, a lot of just people in the customs lobbies, the regulars that come and hang out. A lot of good iForge. You yourself too, Brusky, always kind of helping out, jumping in, and killing me. It's always good. And I kill you too a lot. And then, as in the beginning, it's been a little bit everything.
Let's get this straight.
I kill you.
Hide and run around poles.
I do. I do. And then, as far as this specific map here, because the ones before was kind of a little dip of several people. I had a lot of help from man, I don't even know what his name is. I give him nicknames. Jar Jar Binks, which is, I think it's Jurassic Wee Man. Jurassic Wee Man. Yeah, so he helped a lot. Gave a lot of feedback. Spent a lot of time walking around here. Dark Death has been fantastic help. He taught me a lot of stuff that I surprisingly didn't know. I got shocked a little bit from some information that he knew that I didn't. He helped a lot on keeping this clean, switching out objects to make it look better. Performance has been the performance on here, I could already say, would be not nearly as good as
now. So everybody can see. For a big team battle map, one of the hardest things to accomplish is to make a nice big map with vehicle play, infantry routes, all that stuff they want to cram in there, and not have frame rate. But he's whittled it down Thanks to a little idea by me, I might say. But
Yeah,
fix it.
yeah.
It took him a while.
Brusky helped out
But
by the
as
bridge.
you
He had
can
a
see,
good
I'm in the
idea.
extreme corners of the map. We're not having any kind of issues. So nothing should interrupt the fun times you're gonna have when you play this in your next Halo 5 lobby. Play it, you should, because everyone's going to, and you don't want to be the last one to the party. Just put a lot of time and effort into making sure you're going to have a memorable and fun Halo 5 big team battle experience, and you're going to want to come back for more. So this definitely become a regular and a mainstay in our iForge Customs lobbies. Jump in anytime by messaging me or Infinut on Xbox Live. There's our gamer tags right there. We play a lot of Halo, and we love having players around that love to do the same. So, great job, sir. There's going to be a link below for you guys to check this out for yourself. Expect minor changes in the next coming days or weeks, including vehicles and weapons placement. He spoke about a couple of them, but the door's open on changes as he does. Just want to make sure that this map has full functionality and is able to be considered for maybe getting him a Compass Rose and adding himself into the family of forgers that has been featured by 343 Industries by putting their maps in matchmaking. Putting in matchmaking they should, because this is super dope and super rad work all the way around. Definitely worthy of a lot more attention. I'm glad you got tuned in for the last 20 minutes. Listen to us talk about a Halo 5 Forge map. If you like what you see, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends and come back for more. We'll be doing some more spotlights over the next couple months and weeks and years, because I play a lot of Halo, and so does this guy right
And I play more.
See you guys next time. Ha-ha! We'll see you guys right here.
Dump me
next
over the
time.
bridge.
I'm not going to do that to you because I'm your friend on the Halo Spark Forge Network.